Hi, my name's Logan. Today we're going to build a $5 bench or end table. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I did is use my little edge jointing sled to cut down pieces for the top. Now I used two pieces of 2x8 and cut them to 6 inches each and edge glued them together. I didn't show that because you could actually just use a 2x12, which is usually only 11 1/4 inches, but that will be sufficient. The wood that I used is reclaimed, and when I say reclaimed, I don't mean from like a old barn. I literally mean that I reclaimed it from a dumpster of a construction site. So I was not concerned about the waste on the wood here. I needed to make 2 bench tops, and that's what you see here. I'm just going to show how to build one of them because they're identical. Now again, these are benches. They could be used as an end table. Here I am cutting down a straight side, and then I'm going to use that side with a stop block to get both benches to be the exact same size. The bench is big enough for about 1 person or 1.5 people, maybe 2 small children, or a small child and a cat. You never know. But they're a small bench, and this is designed to fit under a small table that I'm building, which I'll have a video of next. So I measured, after getting the one straight side, I measured where it needs to be cut, and I'm going to set up a stop block so I can cut both bench tops to the same exact size. While I'm cutting these bench tops down to size, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to my subscribers. I'm still a small channel, but I appreciate everybody who's subscribed to me, who's liked my video, any of my videos, or watched my videos, or commented on my videos. It means a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I hope to be putting out videos more frequently. I put them out as much as I can. I try to put them out for stuff that I'm building. That's why there's a lot of tables and benches, but I'm going to have some new stuff out as well. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and we'll see you next time. So now I'm going to plane the pieces that I cut for the legs. They are rough shaped. This is the wood that was 70% off. Really, it was 2x10, and so I just cut those down to approximate size, and then I go ahead and plane them, and now I'm going to rip the edges off on the table saw. You can see there at the top left hand corner, that's where the piece was ripped up. I'm assuming that's why it was in the discounted pile, but it's good enough for me. The board was actually pretty straight. There wasn't really any twist or bow in it. Now I'm going to go ahead and hand chamfer the edges that are going to be facing outwards on the table. This is optional. I just like to kind of remove some of the square look that the corners have, especially after cutting off the bullnose. I don't want it to have the same bullnose that it had. I just wanted to give it more of a chamfer profile, and I just did that with a hand plane that I picked up at a flea market for $5. Now that all the pieces are cut, it's time to put some pocket holes in to assemble the actual bench. Now I just put in 2 on each side of the aprons, and then I'm going to also put 2 on each apron facing up to attach the bench top to the base. I wiggle those around after they come out of the Craig jig, the ones that are going to go into the bench top, just so the bench has room to expand and contract without cracking it. I typically only use pocket holes now on benches. I mean, not on tables, but I use it on benches and a few small projects. It's a fun, quick, and easy tool. Now I'm going to cut out a little profile for the bottoms of the bench base. I just make a little triangle, an evenly centered triangle, and cut that out with a jigsaw. You can see that disgusting spider web attached to my jigsaw. I rarely use it, but it is handy to have when you need it. Now I made sure to mark up, I think I marked up 5 inches and made a line across, found the center, and then 1.5 inches in from each side and connected to that center point on the 5-inch top line, if that makes sense. That way I could make them the same on each and every leg piece. You can also use a bandsaw, but I just use a jigsaw because it's handy and it's right there. Now attaching it, I put a little glue on the end grain. I know it probably doesn't add a lot of strength. I clamp it with just one clamp and put in the pocket holes, the old pocket screws. And you can see what I mean, 2 on each side, but then there's the 2 holes that are going to attach to the top of the bench. You can see them drilled there. So that's what the assembled base looks like. And then I just need to center the top onto the base after the base is all assembled, and I clamp those down and drill the pocket hole screws from the underside up into the top to hold it down. Now what I was saying before is that for the 2 screws on each apron that are going into the top, I try to wiggle the jig, the pocket hole jig, around a little bit to give it room if it expands and contracts, that the top can move a little bit without cracking anything. Now when I said that the base is going to be painted, normally with a bench or anything that I do, a lot of times people want the base painted and the top stained. This particular customer wanted the entire bench painted white, so that's what I did. Now again, I like to stain the top and paint the base. It gives it a nice contrast, I think. Really, you can see some wood grain on the top rather than just having the whole thing painted. But again, that's what they wanted, so that's what I did. They came out nice. You can do it any way you want. This was just a quick and easy $5 project. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll have a table that goes with it coming up next, a small little table. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.